What can suffering bring in our lives? A soldier would find this. It brings three things in our life, many more, but I'll give you three. Number one, it unifies the team. Suffering unifies the team. Your family, your marriage can actually get stronger through those difficult times. When you're suffering, maybe it's financially that you're suffering, maybe it's relationships, emotional, whatever it is, but you can bond together and suffer. Think about our city in the midst of Harvey. Didn't we join together like never before in the midst of suffering? Now, we don't want it to happen again, but we joined together and everybody was arm in arm in that moment of suffering so we can unify together. Why do soldiers go to boot camp? Why do they go to training camp? Why do they have Navy SEALs that have to go through all of the things they go through so that they can bond together as a unit, a battalion, a platoon, so that the suffering brings them together in that moment? The suffering unified the team. Now, do we suffer because of our preferences? Do we suffer because of our personality? Do we call suffering because we got cookies and cream and we wanted chocolate? Is it something that's just based on our preferences, or is it really something that we say, no, we want to unify together. I'm going to lay down my heart, I'm going to lay down my preferences, my personality, and we're going to join together because it unifies the team. And number two, it furthers the cause. It furthers the cause. When you're a soldier of Christ, armed with love, not bullets, but armed with love to be able to speak out, it furthers the cause. Think about the sufferings that our missionaries go through. We support over 150 missionaries. And they're not doing Little League this summer. They're out there. They don't have their own pillow, their own this, their own that. They're not eating, at all the restaurants we eat at. They're out there. They're suffering. Why? To further the cause. And let me tell you, I know a lot of missionaries, a lot of them would say they have more joy on the field than they ever had living in the United States. So there's joy that happens when we further the cause of Christ. So the team is unified in suffering. The cause is furthered in suffering. And then number three, it fosters growth in our own lives. That we're able to suffer in a way that grows us in our own lives. Don't you find that when you go through the hard times, you actually look back at those as some of the best times? Because your suffering brought growth in your life. You really depended upon Christ or upon your wife or your husband or your friend or your family member as you depended upon them. Suffering brings growth in our life.